3 years ago tonight, riots took over downtown Erie with protesters calling for change after the murder of George Floyd.
And in the days after the riot, those calls intensified, with local leaders promising to improve conditions for people of color. Our Ethan Kibbe looks at Erie's progress so far.
I am live on State Street. 3 years after riots downtown, and nearly 3 years since he organized a massive peaceful march calling for change, Bishop Dwayne Brock says he sees too little change and too much of the status quo. He says Erie is evolving, but its communities of color are being left behind.
Look at the investments that's going on downtown right now in the downtown district. That thing ought to be contagious. It's designed to be contagious. It ought to flow to the east side.
He says local government and business leaders must do more, saying diversity and equity need to be more than corporate buzzwords. But he also calls for introspection, saying communities of color too often impede their own progress.
It's become, in many cases, like crabs in a barrel, that one crab will get to the top and another crab from the bottom will reach up and pull it back down.
Erie Mayor Joe Schember agrees there's work to do. He points to small successes over the last 3 years, but says the city's Lower East Side needs significant work.
In some neighborhoods, there's houses that are totally dilapidated, next to houses that are real nice. We're going to tear down those dilapidated ones, create small parks. It'll be like a network of small parks in the Lower East Side. That's going to improve the value of those properties that are still in good shape and maintain and just make the whole area better.
Overall, Brock gives the city a C+ grade for the last 3 years. He says more COVID relief money should be spent on communities of color, and he says people with the power and money to affect change will ultimately determine the city's success.
Our city is small enough, but yet we have the resources enough where we can affect change within our community. That there's no reason why this city is not a model city within the United States of America.
Ethan Kibbe, Erie News Now.